Gangstas? I started to do this reading and I was feeling very intuitively that I needed to use a different deck. So, we're starting this over. Because the imagery was different than what I was feeling, if that makes sense. I feel like if you're a tarot reader, you'd understand, like, certain decks have certain energies, and I felt like one actually resonated a bit better, or more accurately to the story that is unfolding. So, without further ado, we are currently in the half moon in Scorpio. Mercury just went retrograde today. Uranus is going retrograde on the 28th. We're going to have a full moon in Pisces at the end of the month, between the 30th and 31st. So, let's see how this energy is really affecting you at this time. And that's going to be a blue moon also. You know, we've had, you know, quite a few different moons. This time it will be the blue moon. Blue moon. So, let's get on with it. Who are you and what is your energy like? What are the energies of those around you? Starseed. Alright. Okay. And Pleiadians, right? Which are starseeds. Alright, so I'm dealing with a light worker. Very nice. I like this. The Starseed card really calls to, you know, those soul memories that really help you figure out your personal identity, right? Those soul memories that come through glimpses and, it could be downloads or visions, deja vu, dreams, even signs, synchronicities, writing. There are a lot of ways that your past self comes through in your current life. And I feel like you're really tying into that, really putting things together. Then we have Pleiadians, unconditional love, laughter, and excitement. It's very beautiful energy. This is very loving, very light energy. This is somebody who's excited to, like, spread the love, you know, or to, like, get on with their personal purpose and journey. So, we're going to use the Wonderland Tarot deck. This is the one that kept calling to me from across the room. So, I felt it was relevant and I should use it. I was even struggling with shuffling the other deck. And it doesn't help that my hands are messed up from work, you know. So, yeah, but it was just, you know, I could feel its energy. I could feel it. So let's see. What can you expect during this time? What is your advice? I just realized there's an elf on the shelf in this Starseed card. I've looked at it a million times. Never once did I ever notice this little elf on the shelf. That's hilarious. There could be a Christmassy energy to that. Or something in regards to that. Your birthday could be around Christmas time, or Christmas could have relevance to you in some way. We'll find out. We'll get to the bottom of it, because the other one is very spring looking, right? And with the flowers and the butterflies, and, you know, it's very spring. So I'm seeing Christmas, spring, summer, kind of all showing up at this in these cards in some ways. Devil is the first card out. You could be a Capricorn or you could have Capricorn placements. The Devil also speaks to work, right? And it's not necessarily a negative card unless the rest of the story kind of hints to that. So let's see. Yeah, we have Four of Swords. This is kind of a selfish energy, but I wouldn't say like in a negative sense. Because with Four of Swords, this is self-care. This is taking care of yourself, right? And the Devil is like, you know, the Devil is great at making money or like business, leadership, you know, those kinds of things. It's not necessarily so evil. This could also represent, you know, taking a step back from things that are pulling you away from your sense of purpose, right? Things that you may feel are toxic, or, you know, like it looks like if you've done some shadow work, you're getting a rest from that and kind of going into relaxation mode, going into the mode of taking care of yourself, being able to say no to things, being able to kind of look like the bad guy in some people's stories, because everyone needs a bad guy, right? And as soon as you start doing well for yourself, then they want to hate on you for that. Stupid. Alright? So let's clarify this, Devil. What exactly does this mean? Yeah, I feel like you're cutting out toxicities. Because the Page of Wands showed up in reverse. And with the Four of Swords, it's like Minor Arcana Hermit energy, you know, it's kind of like showing up and saying, like, it's time for introspection, it's time for like, you know, maybe not communicating with certain people, maybe, especially with the Page of Wands in reverse, because Page of Wands is all about communications, and this is, you know, with that being in reverse, it's the opposite, you know. Four of Swords is, once again, that relaxing, you know, getting your rest, really doing what's best for you in these times. So you could be cutting ties with toxic people or toxic places, or, you know, really giving yourself a break from all that. Let's dive deeper. Nine of Pentacles in reverse tells me that that's because it was only pulling you further and further away from your actual ambitions, right? It was actually putting you in a place of feeling lack. Like, perhaps you struggled to save money, or your resources were dwindling, or, you know, you were just kind of feeling like you were drowning a bit. Yeah, Eight of Pentacles showing up. It's like needing to focus on your work, working hard. With the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, it's like saying that no matter how hard you worked, there was still this energy of it not being enough, right? Because certain energies or certain things that you were entertaining were, you know, kind of siphoning your energy and your resources. Time is money, right? And a lot of it was time as well, right? Because you didn't have time to focus on what was actually important to you. Yeah, we have the High Priestess, Pisces energy showing up. And this indicates that, like, you know, your intuition was really guiding you in this way and really telling you, you know, what you needed to cut out. With the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, it's also like bringing an end to certain cycles. Seven of Swords in reverse, this is letting go of toxic people in your life, right? Or no longer entertaining the toxicities with, you know, because with the Devil coming out first, that could have been the biggest focus, right? I definitely feel that energy of working hard and feeling like just lack, right? Like there's this energy that you are lacking in certain departments, and it feels very resource based, especially with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse and the Eight of Pentacles. It's like you can work and work and work and work and work, and still not making enough, or still not being able to save enough, or it's like as soon as you were able to get one thing under control, another thing showed up, and you had to get that under control. You know, there's a lot of this back and forth kind of energy, like between wanting a social life, wanting some indulgences and stuff, and realizing that these are the very things that are taking away your personal freedom, you know. We have the King of Swords, which tells me that you're in the energy of cutting shit off. Alright? King of Swords is like very assertive, creates boundaries, very strong, kind of no bullshit energy. And I feel like life had to kind of drag you into that no bullshit energy. And it probably wasn't what you wanted or like how you saw things going down, but it's also the most, it shows the most strength and courage and strength of character to go about it in this way too. We have the Death card in reverse, Scorpio energy, and this is your rebirth. You know, this is like experiencing a new life within your own lifetime. This is like allowing yourself to enter into a new phase, you know, to be a different kind of energy, to do the unexpected. Because people don't expect you to move on and start actually doing well for yourself. See, the Fool card just showed up, right, with the Page of Cups. I feel that you're looking at your opportunities now and really focusing on what is actually important to you. What actually matters in the grand scheme of things. Especially, excuse me. Especially with the Starseed card and the Pleiadians card. It's like there's so much love and creativity coming out of you. It just needs to be like channeled in the right direction, right? Towards the right projects, towards the right things. Yeah, Seven of Wands, new directions. You know, this is luck on your path, and this is doors of opportunities opening up for you, doors that you didn't foresee previously. Nine of Swords tells me you could be overthinking things a little bit too much in your head, allowing anxiety, restlessness to kind of get to you. And your advice here is really to, like I said, with the Four of Swords, get back into that self-care, because now you have Ace of Cups. And Ace of Cups is, yeah, it's the beginning of a love cycle, but it's also filling your own cup. Aces are one, right? It's not Two of Cups, it's Ace of Cups. And this is all about filling your own cup. And this is about, you know, self-love, self-care, establishing yourself and doing what's right by you. And that's not going to be the easy path, right? But sometimes the path of most resistance is the path that has the best outcome, you know? What is your advice right now? I'm hearing stay focused. Alright. what can you expect moving forward? Five of Wands in reverse. This is no more conflict or competition. This is no more complications. This is like peace, ultimately. You can expect peace. How so? Let's elaborate on that. So we have the Strength card, Leo energy. You know, this is, you're going to have to be strong right now. Your willpower is going to have to be strong right now. With the Moon in reverse, I hear walk silently, you know. And you have two Pisces cards coming out. There could be some relevance to the full moon in Pisces coming up. Or there could be Pisces in your chart. Whatever the case, there's a lot of signs out here, so you could literally be any sign at this point, or have whatever placements. The relevance that I'm seeing here with the moon in reverse is that you need to move quietly, right? Maybe not be so quick to tell everyone like what your plans are or what you're working towards, or you know, just kind of keeping a lot of things private at this time. We have Five of Pentacles. You know, you might be feeling like a bit lonely or lacking during this time. You know, this dude's like crying and he's kind of like feeling at a loss. There could be a loss in the near future. Take that as it resonates. With the Six of Pentacles, you know, this is, you know, especially with the Three of Pentacles, this is focusing more on the connections or like business partnerships that are actually helping to pull you in that new direction. A lot of the times our friends are so supportive, right? They're so super duper supportive, but they always want to take us away from our purpose, right? They want us to go out and do things that actually distract us rather than help us. And I see that, so you're going to have to even shut down the most well-intentioned people if they're not like on a path, if they don't have certain ambition, or you know, if they're lacking in motivation, because you need to surround yourself with like-minded people. And it doesn't matter how much you love certain individuals or whatever, if you're vibrating at a higher frequency than them and you just keep surrounding yourself with lower frequency not vibrators, but vibrators, you know, then you're going to, you know, in return start vibrating at a lower frequency, and you'll find yourself more at a sense of lack and disappointment. Yeah, Knight of Cups in reverse with Two of Wands in reverse and the Two of Swords in reverse. I see you like, I wouldn't say that you're necessarily being cold and calloused about it. Like, you have a warm heart, you're very loving, you know, very kind, but I do see you being very decisive in the path that you're taking, and maybe shutting out certain individuals that are showing up kind of like, oh, I love you and I support you and da 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 da. But all they really do, but every time you hang out with them, you notice that you're more broke after you're done hanging out with them, or you don't really feel better after you're done hanging out with them. You know, you feel like you really haven't accomplished much on your goals when, you invest a lot of time hanging out with them, or that you're more focused on, helping them solve issues in their own personal life than in your own. This is where you have to kind of tap into that selfish energy and be like, all right, now it's time to take care of you. You've been so busy taking care of the world, so busy empathizing with the world. Now, what do you need? And I see you, getting real decisive about this at this time. You have 222 on the board also. You have the High Priestess with the Two of Wands and the Two of Swords. The High Priestess is the second of the Major Arcana. 222 is, it's about your duality. It's about your polarities. It's about partnerships even. And I feel like that's important. And especially if the past is kind of like rearing up to come back, I feel like, be on the lookout for that. Be conscientious of it, don't allow yourself to just fall into old patterns, out of ignorance. Like, the time of ignorance is over. Now you know. And when you know, and you can't just keep going and doing the same thing over and over and expect to keep winning, If you already know that path has failed you before and it will again. Yeah, we have the World card, which is all about, like, bringing cycles to an end, things coming to completion here, closing things out. And we have Six of Wands. This is, like, getting recognition. This is about being acknowledged. This is about people understanding your importance in the grand scheme of things. Yeah, we have King of Wands, and this is all about living your truth. This is all about, like, feeling motivated, inspired, and also having the power to inspire others as a strong leader and as a strong motivator. You could work with the public in some way, like as a motivational kind of person, or like being kind of a motivational role. With the King of Cups in reverse and the Six of Cups in reverse, I also see this like tendency to avoid sentiment or a need to avoid sentiment at this time, and kind of focus on the bigger picture. Like right now, nostalgia and entertaining the past is really not going to help you on your way. And I feel like that you're not trying to be all up in your emotions. I feel a very stoic energy coming from you. Very focused, very goal-oriented, very strong-willed. At Four of Wands, I see you keeping your commitments. We have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse with the Four of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like you have had to leave or walk away. You had to let go of somebody or some people who were in that lack mentality, who only thought about what they didn't have versus what they did, and instead of having gratitude, they had self-pity, and it was like they were just all over the place and very toxic energy to consume yourself with. With the Knight of Swords in reverse, I see you kind of running in the opposite direction here. Kind of like, all right, I saw that through and now it's time to go in a new direction. Seven of Pentacles in reverse and the Four of Cups tells me I see you rejecting things that you no longer see as an option. It's like this is just simply not even an option for you anymore because it's out of alignment with what you truly desire. Oh, hold on, I'm getting a call. All right, and I'm back. So, yeah, there's definitely this energy of things just no longer being an option for you. You're opening up other doors, new opportunities. You have 777 on the board right now. You have Seven of Swords in reverse with the Seven of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Wait, I think you might have all sevens. I distinctly remember Seven of Cups. Where are you? I don't know. That could have been another reading. But, yeah, 777, that's all about, like, new directions, new opportunities, windows of opportunities, doors of opportunities really opening up for you at this time. You have 444, you have Four of Cups, Four of Wands, Four of Swords. And that's all about foundations and commitments, you know, opportunities in those areas, you know. I'd say that right now is, oh, and you have Four of Pentacles, you have 4444, which would come out, like, could be added up to 16, and if you add those up to make, if you add up each digit to make a single number, that would be 7, right? So even that brings us back to that number 7 of opportunities and new pathways, new directions. You have Five of Swords. Now you have 555 on the board. Because you had Five of Pentacles and Five of Wands as well. So that, you know, talks about challenges. That talks about, you know, like transitions that can be challenging, you know, that don't expect it to be all smooth sailing forever. There's going to be ups, there's going to be downs. And right now you're smack dab in the middle of this transitional energy, right? This transmuting energy. Eight of Swords in reverse tells me that you're really using your discernment at this time. You're really hearing the universe out. You're really focusing on what you need to do at this time. You know, seeing people for what they are, seeing situations for what they are. It's, you know, and even that in itself can be a challenge. It's challenging to look at things and see them for what they are right now, because it hasn't always been super fair, right? And you might have people who are showing up as toxic or, you know, causing drama, or people who rely on you to fix everything in their lives yet aren't there for you in the same kind of way. We have Three of Wands. This is like, you know, waiting for the world to change, right? Waiting for things to start making sense. Let's see, let's clarify this Three of Wands. Waiting for those new opportunities to show up. The word opportunities just keeps coming to me. Three of Wands. Waiting to sit in your throne. We've got the Emperor card, Aries energy. You're ready to really take that leadership role in your life and shift into a new direction. You're really, you know, I see you leaning more into your masculine energies than feminine, whether you're male, female, whatever. Right now, it's like you're really focused on your ambitions, your goals, and how to get from point A to point B. How to like navigate this matrix, if you will. It's really quite beautiful energy. Alright, and what does Kali have to say about all of this? Dharma of Kali. Your most abundant successes manifest when you are aligned with your integrity. You do not need to put your faith in pathways or projects that do not resonate with your deeper spiritual knowing. Everything that is happening in your life is part of how your prayers are being answered. A new order is to be established and you are being led into it. So yeah, that's pretty much what I have for you. I hope this was helpful. Namaste. I love you guys and I'll catch you later.